Hello everybody! Welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to be ranking stuff again. This time we're going to be ranking all the beyblade releases, and this is the Illinook tier list, this is the one he used in his video of ranking all the beyblade releases. But this time I'm going to be doing it as if they were competitive through their stock combos, if they're competitively viable. So, let's get this started.
Hey you, do you want BX bays? Or even UX bays? Or even the new CX bays? Well then go check out partner of the channel, Mall of Toys. They're a big help to the channel, and if you use code Gabriel's Bays at checkout, you'll save 5% off. Anyways, let's get to the video.
You already see that pretty much every single one of these. I'm gonna put Red Hulk at C tier, since I feel like it's a pretty decent bay that you could use because it has 180. Even though it has 180 rush, Red Hulk's based on Tyranno Beat, and Tyranno Beat's a really good bay for competitive. So that's what I say. And Spider-Man is a low D tier because its Viper Tail combos on attack bits are decently good. But it's not that good because of the weight that it has. Everything else, garbage. Oh wait, hold on. Shark Edge. It's going to be about the same level. It's going to be like it's going to be higher than the Red Hulk bay, because Shark Edge is really good for attack, and because it's based on Shark Edge. And even though it's unbalanced, because it has 360 flat, I feel like it could do decently competitive. But the weight could severely dampen it. But since it's not that much later, I don't think that it's that much later than the Shark Edge. I think we're good. Rounding out every other section, we're just going to put every other collab bay in garbage tier, because they're extremely light and you can't find any proper use for them. Now we're going to move on to the first BX bay, or the first bay in the generation, which is Grand Sword. Grand Sword is actually a pretty decent bay to use, but it's severely down to like a B tier. It was probably S tier when it came out, probably S or A tier, but it's like a mid. Actually, has a high B tier, Then we're going to move on to Hell Scythe. Now, using Hell Scythe for competitive, it's not really optimal, but if you were to use Hell Scythe for competitive, I feel like it'd be like a low B tier, since you can still get some really good battles with it. It's just not optimal since of Hell Scythe's round shape. Then we have the stamina type, first stamina type of the generation, Wizard Arrow. Wizard Arrow isn't good by any means. That's why I'm gonna put it at like. Actually, I'm gonna put it at the same. I'm gonna put it below Hell Scythe, so it's also a low B tier. But I don't have the heart to put it in C tier. Even though Wizard can burst a lot, it can outspin at certain times. Night Shield. If you know how to use it, if you know how to use Night Shield, it's about the same level as. It's at the same level, if not better than Hell Scythe, but it's not as good as Grand Sword. Now, all the first Persona bays are all in B tier. Now, what about our next bay, which will be Leon Claw? Okay, Leon Claw. Let's see if I can find Leon Claw in here. Claw. Where's Claw? There is Leon Claw. Claw's up here. Okay, actually, no. Let me get to Night Lance first. Night Lance, it's an overall worse version of I'm just gonna put it at like low D tier for Night Lance, because you can burst it more because of the high bit. The high bit has no extra burst resistance, so that's really dampens it. Shark Edge. I'm gonna put it at a high A tier, low S tier. Because you can still use it in competitive, but it's gonna be much harder to do. Now, what about Leon Claw? Now we finally got Leon Claw. I apologize to the people who are fans of Nizuma, and Nizuma is Nizuma himself. But I'm going to have to put Leon Claw in like actually low B tier. Low B tier works. Low B tier works. It's not better than it's actually hold on. It's better than Arrow. Actually, it's better than Arrow and better than Scythe if you use it in spell combo form. But it's not better than these two, and it's definitely not better than Shark Edge. Now we have Viper Tail. Viper Tail has its uses, but I don't feel like Viper Tail is going to be good in its spell combo form. You could get some good battles out of it, sure, and it's decently heavy, so I'm going to put it low or mid A tier. Rhino Horn, low D tier, low D tier. I'm not going to put it in the garbage tier because you can still find some uses for Rhino Horn, but in its stock combo form, it's totally, it's a dud. It's a total dud. Now, as for Hell's Chain in its stock combo form, I feel like you can definitely use. It's definitely better than Scythe, but it's also better than Leon Claw. But you definitely could find better bays to use other than Hell's Chain. Dagger, on the other hand, Dagger is a really good bay to use when it comes to competitive usage because of the rush bit. So I'm going to put this in between. I don't think it's as good as Shark Edge, but it definitely has more stamina. It definitely has better attack power. Actually, it sacrifices stamina and attack power. Actually, it sacrifices attack power and it sacrifices stamina. Actually, it sacrifices attack power for more stamina. I don't know why I stuttered there. Alright, then we get to the next bay, which is Competitive Beast Phoenix Wing. Phoenix Wing, I feel like you get really good battles out of, which is why I'm putting it in the S category, because it fits, and plus, oh wait, I forgot to rank Cobalt Drake. Cobalt Drake, in its stock combo form, you can really use well, so I'm going to put in the same Wing. Phoenix Wing, I feel like you could... Phoenix Wing is like a tier below Drake. Actually, no, a spot below Drake, since the Gear Flat bit is really hard to use, and I don't think you can get it. Okay. As for Wyvern Gale, Wyvern is Wyvern is in between Rhino and Lance, since it doesn't burst as much as hold on. It's better than it's between Spider-Man and I never thought I'd see the day where I'd say it's better than it's in between Spider-Man and Night Lance. Night Lance bursts a lot more, so that's why it's lower than Wyvern Gale. But it's worse because it does burst a lot. So that's why it's worse than Spider-Man. I don't know why Spider-Man is dominating B tier. Alright, next bay we have is going to have to be Unicorn Sting. Unicorn Sting is you can find good uses for it actually. It's more aggressive. Actually, it's like rounded off a little. So I'm just gonna put it in between Leon Claw and Hell Scythe because I feel like you could use it for competitive, but honestly, it's just not that good. Honestly, Sphinx Cowl. It's probably low C tier because yeah, it's actually it's mid D tier. The Gear Needle bit, I have Gear Needle, so I could tell you Gear Needle stamina is not that good compared to every other Needle bit. Gear Needle has the worst stamina of them all, so yeah, I don't recommend using Gear Needle. And by that logic, Sphinx Cowl in the stock combo form is absolute garbage. So I'm not putting a garbage tier. It's just not that good. Then we have the first kind of bay in the generation that's different from the BX bays, the UX bays. Dram Buster. Excuse me about that. Sorry about that. Dram Buster. I'm going to have to say it's like A tier, mid A tier, simply because the Excel bit definitely brings it down a little bit. It has horrible stamina, but when it works, it works. Now we have Hammer Incendio. I meant Hell's Hammer. Hell's Hammer is actually not that bad of a bay, but it's definitely not that good. So I'm going to put a low C tier. You already know where I'm going to put this bay. It's going to be high A tier, actually. It's going to be high A tier. High A tier, low S tier, because, I mean, I definitely think you could use Wizard Rod in the competitive meta, but in a stock combo form, I feel like it's sort of gonna have a disadvantage. Now we have one of the lightest bays in the generation, which is Shinobi Shadow. It's going to be in garbage tier, obviously. You can't find any good uses for any of the parts that are used on Shinobi Shadow. You can get some lucky wins here and there, but then again, it's all just luck. And obviously, I'm just gonna put the Classic Gen remakes here. Classic Gen remakes are light, very light, so I'm just gonna put these in the garbage here. Now we have the next bays, which are going to. This one's going to be we're gonna put the Koro Phoenix Wing on. It's gonna be right above Shark Edge, but below Rod, because you could use it, but I don't think. But because of its heavier weight, but I don't think it's also good. Okay. Now, as for Aero Pegasus, it suffers the same problem as Dram Buster, but it's much heavier than Dram Buster. So I'm going to put it in the same way as Koro Phoenix Wing. Now we're going to put the Hasbro exclusives on the list. So I'm going to put Right Croc right here. I'm going to put Road which I own a Road myself. I'm going to put Road on, like, probably in between Dram Buster and Dram Dagger. Talentera is probably gonna have to go in the area trying to move it. It's gonna be going in like low B tier, because you could use it. Steel Samurai, it's a low D tier since all the parts aren't really that good on it. Tusk Mammoth, lower than Steel Samurai because of the imbalance that it has. Yao Kong, I don't even know anyone who uses Yao Kong, or let alone talks about Yao Kong. Savage Bear, same sentiment. Actually, no, it's gonna be lower. Then we're gonna have the exclusive Shark Edge. Well, we're gonna put the exclusive Shark Edge under the regular. Actually, we're gonna put it around here, since Gear Flat again is not really that good. So why would you put it on Shark Edge? The Persona Hell Scythe. Persona Hell Scythe. Honestly, I'd say Persona Hell Scythe is like lower than Hell's Hammer, because you're trying to use a round blade for attack, and I don't think it'll do that well. Silver Wolf, S tier. I mean, this is low S tier because it's a very good stamina combo, and you could definitely use it in a stock combo form, but I don't think it's recommended. Leon Crest, where's the Crest? Crest is I'm gonna put it above Terra, but I'm gonna put it below Wizard. Actually, no, I'm gonna put it below Scythe. I was about to say below Incendio, I meant below Scythe, because it doesn't really have that good of balance. And I might as well rank Kobold Dragoons. I'm going to put them low. I'm going to put them the lowest of S tier. Because stock combo form, they're absolutely powerful because the Cyclone bit can do repeated extreme dashes, but it's very bad to use simply because of how the 260 reaction is. I don't know why I'm a brain like to say. Alright, Phoenix Feather's the worst Dran Sword. So as a result for that, I'm going to have to put it down a couple pegs. So I'm just going to put it above, Chain. Black Shell, Black Shell, Black Shell, Black Shell. Black Shell I'm gonna put in the I'm gonna put it above shield, but below sword, because you could use it for defense, but it's also really light, so you can't really have a good, proper win with it. Now we're going to put Golem. We're gonna put Golem Rock. Obviously, I'm gonna put Golem Rock in S tier because Golem Rock is really good for competitive. Now, as for Shield, Knight Mail, it's going to be low S tier. Now, you may say that I sound crazy for that, but I don't care. Knight Mail is really good for defense. It's one of the better defense types since, you know, it's heavy, and it can actually shock absorb some things. Impact Drake is going to go above every other all these 4 bays, simply because the rubber can really do good attacks. Okay, as for beat, Tyranno beat can be good in some cases, but horrible in others, which is why I'm gonna put it above Chain, but below Feather, because Feather is at least more controllable. Now, as for the Eldrago remake, I'm gonna put Eldrago below Terra because of the imbalance could really screw you up. I'm going to put Garuda low B tier, same as actually above the Eldrago remake because you could find some use for it in stock combo form. Then we have Rudder. Rudder is decent enough, but I don't see myself using it in competitive, so I'm going to put a low C tier. The Red Buster, same as the regular Buster, so I'm just going to put the Buster here. So Vice Tiger. Vice Tiger, it's not bad, but it's also not good. So it's low B tier. Then we have Whale Wave. Whale Wave you could use for competitive, so I'm gonna put low S tier. Samurai Saber. I don't really see myself using Samurai Saber competitive, even though I do own Samurai Saber. I'm gonna put it below Tyranno. Those circles obviously garbage here. Then we have Shelter Drake. Shelter Drake, I feel like you could use in competitive, so I'm gonna put actually mid B tier, above Chain. Pretty much everything above Chain is decent enough you could use. Perseus, I feel like is low D tier because Perseus bursts a lot. Perseus bursts a lot. I'm gonna put Arc in C tier because of how the Bay can easily be destabilized. Grand Brave, I feel like Grand Brave is a low S tier because it's a really good attack combo to start off, but Vortex is just a worse version of Cyclone, kind of, because the bigger spin. Actually, no, the bigger star-shaped tip is not really that good. Now, here are all the bays. Here are all the bays based on how competitive I think they are. So anyway, guys, that's it. Thank you all for watching. Subscribe to the channel. Tune in next time. Goodbye, folks.